This is the Tonor BM-700 XLR microphone, or as the Amazon listing says, the Tonor XRL to 3.5mm podcasting studio recording condenser microphone for computer with adjustable microphone suspension, boom, scissor arm stand, and microphone kits. What? And yes, it really says XRL instead of XLR. Questionable Amazon SEO tactics aside, this is actually pretty cool. For just $32 US, you get basically everything you need for some decent basic condenser microphone audio for YouTube, streaming, podcasting, and so on. Instead of just coming with the microphone, in the box you get a shock mount, your listeners' ears will thank you for this, a windscreen and a pop filter. Don't use both, but whichever you use will also earn gratitude from your listeners' ears, and a scissor arm and desk mount for it, along with a decent quality XLR to 3.5mm cable if you don't have an XLR interface setup, and a 3.5mm USB sound card. Though in a little bit I'm going to tell you why you probably shouldn't use that. In terms of bang for your buck, it's hard to beat this complete package for only $32. It really is. Granted, for this price, you're not getting the highest quality components. The microphone arm and mounts are cheap and will break over time if you're too rough on it, and they won't hold a heavy mic if you choose to upgrade later, but they are plenty good enough to get started with audio and plenty good enough for this microphone. Setup is straightforward. Tighten the desk mount on the edge of your desk, slide the microphone arm in, and tighten the securing knob. Attach the shock mount to the arm thread and add the microphone into the shock mount. Then use your choice of the pop filter or windscreen. The pop filter and windscreen achieve similar results, lowering the impact of plosives, but the pop filter will do a better job at it. However, it requires 2 inches or more of space between it and the microphone to do a good job, and overall that setup takes up way more space than just sliding the windscreen over top the mic. It's also worth noting that this is a side address microphone. Audio will only be picked up properly from the front side with the Tonor label on it, not from the back or from the top of the capsule. You, then, have a choice of hooking it up directly via XLR to a phantom power providing interface or mixer, or using the XLR to 3.5mm cable to your computer motherboard. The USB sound card is completely useless, however. I tried it out with 2 different desktop computers and a laptop with both USB 2.0 and 3.0 ports, and all I got out of it was this nasty static mess.
This is a microphone test. This is not getting any better. Why is there so much static? What the hell?
The mic sounds pretty good though. It sounds best hooked up to a proper XLR setup, but it is completely usable with the 3.5mm connection ran to your computer's motherboard. Here's that XLR to 3.5mm cable setup hooked up to a motherboard sample without any processing, and then a quick copy of it with some audio processing, some EQ and compression, so you can see what can be done with it.
This is a microphone test using the Tonor BM-700 hooked up via XLR to 3.5mm cable to the pink microphone input on a desktop computer. This is a test. This is a test. Test 1, 2, 3. Hello everyone, my name's Adam or EposVox, and this is a microphone test. Hello. Now this is without the pop filter or the windscreen, as I wanted to get as crystal clear quality as possible, and I just left it upstairs. But this is a microphone test. Hello everyone, how's it going? This is a microphone test using the Tonor BM-700 hooked up via XLR to 3.5mm cable to the pink microphone input on a desktop computer. This is a test. This is a test. Test 1, 2, 3. Hello everyone, my name's Adam or EposVox, and this is a microphone test. Hello. Now this is without the pop filter or the windscreen, as I wanted to get as crystal clear quality as possible, and I just left it upstairs. But this is a microphone test. Hello everyone, how's it going?
And here's a test of it hooked up via XLR to my main audio rack with no processing applied.
This is a microphone test using the Tonor BM-700 condenser microphone hooked up via XLR to my audio processing rack like I would a normal microphone. This is a microphone test. Hi everyone, how's it going? My name's Adam or EposVox, and you're listening to this microphone test in my normal studio setup. Since this is a condenser microphone, this is a test. We're doing a keyboard typing test. And there you go, you can probably hear the keystrokes. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. Bass.
Lastly, here's raw and processed tests comparing it to the Audio Technica AT2020 microphone, a $50 to $80 mic that I usually recommend as a budget option.
Okay, switching over here, I have the mic set up in a vocal booth, so the sound is as isolated as I can get it pretty much here in my home studio. And we have the mic hooked up to my Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, which is back behind me, hooked up to my laptop. And we're actually going to be doing a comparison to the Audio Technica AT2020. So this is what the BM-700 sounds like running through a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 with phantom power, and we're going to replay both of these clips with processing, but this is raw just first. So this is a test, 1, 2, 3. Let's switch on over to the AT2020. And now here we have the Audio Technica AT2020 with the exact same setup here in the vocal booth with the Scarlett 2i2 hooked up to my laptop. This is a microphone test. The AT2020 is a little bit of a more expensive microphone. It still falls in the budget mic category for me. You can pick it up anywhere from about $50 to $100, but it is a little bit, clearly a bit more expensive than this setup, and it only comes with the microphone itself, not this whole microphone setup. And we're actually going to be doing a comparison to the Audio Technica AT2020. So this is what the BM-700 sounds like running through a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 with phantom power, and we're going to replay both of these clips with processing, and then this is processing second. So this is a test, 1, 2, 3. Let's switch on over to the AT2020. But since it does fall in the budget microphone category that I usually recommend, I wanted to do a comparison. And again, I will be playing the raw sample and a processed sample so you can compare what they sound like together, because getting the best sound out of your microphone involves adding a little EQ and compression. If you're interested on how to do that, I do have a tutorial up on my channel. Check it out.
This is a pretty capable mic, and if you're looking for a cheap audio setup for your content creation, I can definitely recommend looking into this kit. Just keep in mind the USB adapter probably won't work for you. I know some of you have been suggesting I take a look at the BM-800 microphone, and I hope I can get to it soon, but this definitely looks to be a strong competitor. I'm EposVox, here to make tech easier to understand and more fun via free educational videos, and I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, smash the like button, get subscribed for more awesome tech videos, and I'll see you next time.